my class. I hope you are hearing my voice. So today we will discuss about the caring for the elderly. Caring of the older person. Okay, so this is a topic of today's discussion. So here, look at that slide. The caring for the elderly, and in the title slide, you can see that one. Forget me not. Actually, this is the voice of older people. Actually, we have forgetting the older people, those people who are above 60, those people who are above 65 years. So we have forgotten the older people. Actually, so today, today's topic, we will discuss about the older age health problems. Okay, so moving on, other slide. Okay, so these are the learning outcome of the presentation. By the end of the presentation, a student will be able to know about definition of the geriatrics and aging, worldwide situation of older population according to WHO, what is the status of the older population, how many people of the older still living in the world, and definitely we will discuss the older population status in the Pakistan also. This is the third point. Okay, so fourth point, we will discuss health problems in aging populations. So what are the common health problems are encountered by the older people? Okay, so number fifth point, prevention of health problems in aging population. So how we can prevent and control health problems that are those are occurring in older population. Okay, so six quizzes. So quiz related to the topic. So this is the sample, the BCQ and the OSPI we will discuss after the end of the presentation. Okay, so today there are 6 points we will discuss about the older care population. Okay, look at that slide. For example, if someone will ask, the old age, generally that begin at the age of the 60 years in the developing country. While in developed country, some developed country, they are saying, the older age, the begin at the age of the 65 years. So in developing countries, 60 years, in developed countries that start after the age of 65 years. So what we are calling the older people, the term is senior citizens. So this is actually the age of the retirement in Pakistan. And while age of retirement in developed countries, that is 65 years old. Okay, so this is about the old age, how we are defining the old age in the numbers. So there are different experts. They define aging population or older people in a different way. Okay, let us see. Let us see. Okay, what is the geriatrics? Okay, so other way of defining the aging is, this is a natural process. This is an inevitable biological phenomena that we cannot reverse. So other scientists, they define, the old age that is an incurable disease. So this is a definition of the old age. Okay, so now I am telling you about what is geriatrics. Geriatrics, actually, that is a branch of the medicine. What we are dealing in the geriatrics, that is a diagnosis and treatment of diseases specifically related to the elderly people. Okay, so simply we can say the care of aged is called geriatrics or clinical gerontology. Okay, this is the definition of the geriatrics. Earlier I told you the definition of the old age. Old age, this is an incurable disease. This is a natural process that we cannot reverse. Okay, this is the inevitable biological phenomena. So this is the definition of the old age. Now this is the definition of the geriatrics. So clinically, diagnosis and the treatment of the specific disease related to the elderly people. Okay, this is the geriatrics. Now moving on another slide. Okay, so these are the branches of the geriatrics. One branch is the gerontology, another is the clinical gerontology. That one I told you, geriatrics, social gerontology, geriatric gynecology, experimental gerontology, preventive gerontology. Okay, so total there are 6 branches of geriatrics. Okay, in gerontology, what we will learn in the gerontology actually this is a study of the biological and psychological changes take place in old age, and that is also social issues related to the old age. So gerontology that define the biological, physical, and sociological changes take place during the old age. So what we will learn in gerontology, clinical gerontology, that one I told you, that is the same geriatrics, diagnosis and treatment of the diseases specified related to the older age. Social gerontology, the definition according to WHO, the person should be, healthy socially, mentally, and physically. So social part, For example, if the number of the older people are increasing, so how they are socially entered with the society. So the social part we will learn in the social gerontology. Geriatric gynecology. If the number of the people are increasing, so there are other health issues are arising in the female, especially the prolapse, repair of the prolapse, ovarian tumor, and some psychic problem that are common in the older females. So we will learn more about these female health issues in older age in geriatric gynecology. Experimental gerontology means that is a branch of medicine. In that branch we are dealing with the research, particularly about the biology of the older age, physiology, biochemistry. So each and everything related to the research that is done in the experimental gerontology, for example, from cellular level, from molecular level to the population level. Okay, in preventive gerontology, we will learn, this is a branch of the geriatrics, we will learn about how we can prevent and control the diseases which are prevailing in older age population. So there are total 6 branches of geriatrics, but we will focus on one part, the social gerontology and the preventive gerontology. We won't discuss about the experimental geriatric gynecology or the clinical gerontology or the gerontology. We will discuss about the social gerontology and the preventive gerontology. Okay, so I would also tell you about what are the health conditions which are prevailing among older population. So 2 branches, we will focus social and the preventive gerontology in this class. Okay, now moving on another slide. Okay, theories of aging. There are 2 main theories of the aging. How the people are, getting older, and then what is happening inside the body. One theory is the genetic theory. Another theory is a random damage theory. Genetic theory, everything in the cell is controlled by the gene. So some mutation take place inside the gene. That's why there is no more division of the cells, and the cells stop functioning. Okay, so this is a genetic theory. Somatic mutation of the genes, cross linkages, loss of the important cellular component in the DNA, and at the end, the cell or the tissue of the organ are not working, and definitely people will die after this phase. Okay, so the random damage theory. Okay, in random damage theory, what will happen? There is accumulation of the free oxygen radicals inside the cells, or the toxic metabolites. For example, the air pollution, we are getting the toxic, pollutant from the air, and that is inhaled by the human, and that will damage the cells. Okay, ionizing radiation, smoking, metabolism, food, we are taking the food, metabolism. After the metabolism, some free oxygen radicals are produced by the metabolism, and that will damage the cells. And ultraviolet light also damages the cell. Okay, so there are scientific 2 theories that will causes the older age. So genetic theory and the random damage theory. Okay, moving on another slide. Okay, why we need to learn about older population? So what is the purpose? Why we are discussing today this topic? Okay, so there are some statistics I would like to share with you. Okay, now according to WHO, you can see there are almost 700 million people over the age of 60 living in the world today. So this is the current data. As for today, 700 million people are living above the age of the 60 years. So out of which, among those, 13% are over the age of 80 years old. So this is the data, current data. So now what the WHO is saying, so now we will project this data. Okay, so based on the projection, up to the 2050, it is expected that by 2050, this number will be almost 2 billion. And the number of elderly will be higher than number of the children. So in this slide, I want to tell you, the slowly the older population is increasing day by day. If the older population will be increased, then what will happen? The burden on healthcare system will be the increase, because the different conditions are common in the older age population. So other term we are saying the graying world. The gray, GREY, gray world. Gray world. When we are saying the gray world, it means the number of the older population will be increased, and the number of the young population, that is the decrease. That's why we are saying the graying world. So that will create the burden on healthcare system, that will create the burden on individual families, economically, socially, and health point of view. Each and everything will be increases. So we need to take proactive actions so that we can control the diseases in the older population. Okay, now look at that slide. That is also slide I want to show you. Okay, in 2010, okay, follow the arrow, 2010, the older population is 524 million. That is 8%. And now you can see that is increase in 2050, that is a 2 billion. So total is a 16%. So now you can see this is a jump, jumping from 8% to the 16%. So how this is the projection done by the WHO. So in 2050 we can see the older population, the number of the older people will be increased triply, that is 2 billion. So for that we need to take the preparatory measures to control the diseases. Okay, other slide. That slide is showing the highest proportion of the older people which are present in the Italy and the Japan. When I say the Italy and Japan, it means the Italy and Japan has a good healthcare system. Because of the good healthcare system, because of the medical discoveries, because of the improved social condition, their life expectancy is increasing. If the life expectancy increasing, means number of the older people will be the increase. So now, if you see in today's corona pandemic, so many people are died in the Italy, especially the older people, because they are having the more older population as compared to the developing countries. So the older population has increased because of the improved social condition, improved healthcare system, because of the new medical discoveries done during the past few decades. That is a reason why the life expectancy at birth is increasing. Okay, this one again slide I want to show you again. This slide is showing how the burden, how the number of the people are increasing. Okay, before 1 century, before 100 years ago, if you look at that slide, follow the arrow 1910. The older population was 14 million. Okay, in 1915, that population comprised on 524 million. Okay, in 2050, that will become a 2 billion. So before, 100 years ago, the population, older population is a less, but if we are, when we are projecting this population 2050, that will be the 2 billion population. So population, this is the population over 65 years old. This is a worldwide data. Okay, now this slide is comparing, developed and the developing countries, older population that is present in the developing countries and developed countries and the developing countries. Okay, now you can see at the moment the older population that is present in the developed countries, more older population that is present in the developed countries, while currently that in developing countries, for example, Pakistan, India, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, they have the less number of the older population. But when we are projecting this data, when we are projecting this data up to the 2050, it is increasing, more increasing in the developing country as compared to the developed countries. Okay, look at that slide, 2010 developing countries. Okay, 2050 developed countries. So there is a percentage. So 71% would be increased, while in the developing countries 250% is increasing. Since we are developing country, so many things are developing. Our healthcare system is improving. Our social conditions are improving. It means the life expectancy will be increased in the developing countries after 20 years, after 50 years. If the life expectancy will increase, it means the older population will increase. So this is how this is the difference between the developing and the developed countries, older population. I hope you are getting my point. So we need to take proactive actions. We need to prepare ourselves. So health team should be prepared, because after so many years, up to the 2050, the projection, based on this projection, the older population is increasing. Okay, this one is another slide that I want to show you. This is the difference between this, older population and the younger population. Okay, look at this line graph. Okay, so now, okay, this line, okay, follow the arrow, age above 65 years. Okay, number of the people are increasing, 2050. Here you can look at that, this is the year. Okay, age, less than 5 years. Earlier, the number of the children are more. After that, they are decreasing. So this is the gray world. Number of the older people are increasing in 2050, and the number of children is decreasing. So this is how, the pattern of the demographic population is changing from 1950 up to the 2050. Okay, earlier 1950, the number of the older people are less, the number of the children are more. In 2050, you can see there is a difference, vice versa. The number of the older people are increasing while number of the children are decreasing. So the gray word will be formed uh, at 2050. Okay, now look at that slide. Okay, that's what I want to show you. Okay, again, this is up to the 2050. Okay, now this is the 2015. You can see the color of the world map is changing. Earlier, if you look at the Pakistan, in 2015, gray color of Pakistan. Okay, now this is, 2025 increasing. Now color is the blue, now changing up to the 2050. All developing countries, the color is changing. It means the older population is increasing. Okay, earlier the population was the 10%. This is the gray color. After that, that color become the, blue, light blue. And the percentage of the older population is the less than 30%. Earlier, less than 10%. Now, and after that, up to 2050, that will become a 30%. It means population would be increased at the 2050. Okay, now this is the data. This is the pyramid. Okay, this is the population pyramid. Okay, this one is a base. Okay, look at this one. Okay, this is the base of the pyramid. This is the top of the pyramid. Okay, now this is the data of Pakistan. Okay, 1970, 1970, 2000, and Pakistan 2025. This is the projection. Okay, look at that slide. Okay, now this is the top of the bottom. If you follow the arrow, okay, this is the age, 60 to 65 years. Okay, so we are taking this parameter. In 1970, you can see there is a less number of the older people. Okay, in 2000, slightly increase the number of the older people in Pakistan. This is the data of the Pakistan. This is the population pyramid. Okay, you follow the arrow. Okay, in 2025, you can see there are more, increasing of the number of the older people. So actually the purpose I want to show you, in Pakistan also the number of the older population is increasing day by day. Because we are developing, so our healthcare system is improving little by little. Okay, social conditions are improving, so many medical discoveries that are occur, so that we are applying on our lifestyle and awareness of the preventive actions. That's why life expectancy at birth is increasing. When life expectancy is increasing, it means older population will be increased. Okay, so there are consequences of the older population. If it is increasing, then what will happen with society? What will happen with the healthcare system? Okay, let us discuss in the next slide. Okay, this is the data related to the Pakistan. This is a profile of older people or elderly. Okay, look at this. Currently, the 4% of population above the age of 65 in Pakistan. So total population, children, young, okay, adult, and the older population. So currently, we have the 4% of population above the 65 years age. Okay, the 56% in the 0 to 20 bracket, age bracket. Okay, so we have the 56 population that is less than 20 years, from 0 to 20. This is the age bracket. Okay, in Pakistan currently we have the more younger population as compared to the older population. Current scenario, that could be the reason the recovery rate from the corona is higher in Pakistan as compared to the other countries. If you look at the data of the corona, so the currently recovery rate is more than 40%, now up to the 45%, because we have the more younger population. While earlier I told you in Italy, they have the older population more. That's why mortality rate was higher in the Italy, because of the more older population. More older population means older people means weak immune system, so cannot respond to the infectious diseases. Okay, so the 56% population is a younger in Pakistan currently. Okay, this is a United Nations projection indicate that by 2050, above the age of 65, 7% with the number of the such elderly doubling to the 40 million by definitely currently that will be increased 7%. The older population will be increased up to the 2050 with no tradition of old age homes. In Pakistan currently, we don't have enough number of the old age homes. While in Western countries, they made the old age homes, for the older people. So the family they will drop the older people to the old age homes for further, healthcare for the social purpose. I have heard in Pakistan now in Sakkar, in Karachi, in Islamabad, so there are old age homes also. So the childrens of the childrens they are going to drop their parents in the old age homes. But few, very few in Sakkar, in Karachi, in Islamabad. So this, the trend, the tradition is increasing in the developing countries. you know, Pakistani people always follow the Western culture. So the effect of the Western culture on the Pakistani culture. Okay, less attention given to the geriatrics. In Pakistan, priority, we are in Pakistan, yeah, priority is a communicable disease, non-communicable disease. Okay, so the geriatric disease, the chronic disease is also part of the non-communicable disease. But currently, the focus of, health care policy of Pakistan, they are focusing on the communicable disease, not the non-communicable disease. So that's why the less attention given to the geriatrics. Okay, again, this slide of Pakistan. Co-residence with family and kin for elderly care. In Pakistan, this is a culture, the older people, they are living with their children or the grandchildren. So the co-resident, the person who support their, parents or the grandparents. So this is the means co-resident. They are living with their children or the grandchildren. Shift in age demographics, family structure, migration pattern, so now earlier, we have the joint family system, but still joint family system persists in the rural area. But in urban area, families are moving, migrating. So now everyone is adopting the nuclear family system. Every family, nuclear family want to live alone. So this is also shifting of the trend in Pakistan. Economic pressure surrounding co-resident. For example, if the older people, mother, father, they are living with one son, definitely the pressure, economic pressure will be developed on that, son also, for example, the medical expenses, social other expenses. So that is bear by the person, the son of that father. Systematic identification of needs of elderly. So we need to identify systematically about the needs of the elderly, social needs, health needs. So each and everything we need to identify systematically, but unfortunately that is not occurring in Pakistan. So at the end, I want to say that community must assist aged people against, because the older people they feel loneliness, poverty, and the ill health. So these are the main things the community should support to the older people, or the family support to the elderly people. They should look after their loneliness, poverty, income. Older people have the less income and the ill health. They are ill definitely when they become older. So we need to look after family, or the community must support, assist to the older people against these. These are the triple evils. The term we are saying, the triple evils. Okay, so moving on another slide. Okay, consequences, implications. If the population, older population is increasing, what will happen? Okay, so this slide is showing the consequences. Okay, that one I told you, the elderly population will keep on rising due to the advanced medical technology and improving in the social standard. And also, the people are now aware, they are taking the precautionary measures during the middle age when they are the young. So they are taking the precautionary measures against the diseases. Okay, so what are the implications? First implication, first consequence is burden on healthcare system. In Pakistan, we are focusing, already we cannot control so many diseases, so we cannot control so many communicable diseases, and now the burden of the chronic diseases or the diseases which are prevailing in the older population will increase. Burden on the national economy, definitely, because the older people, they are no more productive, so they cannot contribute in the economy. While for example, they will fall sick, and government supposed to pay money for healthcare, for the nutrition. In Pakistan, they are not supporting, but in developed countries, other countries, the government is responsible to pay the pension. They look after the healthcare, nutrition, shelter, each and everything that is provided by the government in other countries. While in Pakistan, scenarios are different. Okay, the worsening of pre-existing disease are frequent. If you are young, if you are in middle age, if you have the diabetes, definitely when you will become older, then the pre-existing condition, the condition will be the worse or the deteriorate. The condition will become more severe. For example, if you will become the old. So many. Okay, number four, these are the consequences, implication if the population is increasing. Okay, the multi-organ system, not a single. For example, in older age, the different disease involve the respiratory system, cardiovascular system, respiratory system, genitourinary system. So multi-organ are involved in the old age if someone has a disease. Pose significant challenges on government, society, and the families. Yes, in Pakistan, government is not looking after the older population. Society also, behave negatively. And the families in Pakistan, we have the family system. This is a good system. So still, definitely some challenges pose on the families, government, and the society. But mostly the challenges are faced by the families because families are looking after the older people. So, the older people, they need more attention, they need money. We need to, look after their healthcare. For all things we supposed to invest, we supposed to give money to them. Explosion of non-communicable disease occur. More older population, more non-communicable disease. So this will be the, explosion. More older population, more non-communicable disease. So these are the consequences, occurring if the population is increasing. Okay, now moving on another slide. Okay, this slide, I want to show this slide because of, here you can see the arrow is down because of the decreased mortality and decreased fertility. Okay, so for example, if the life expectancy is increased, it means decreasing the mortality and the decreasing the fertility. So now many families they are focusing on the two children policy. So two children are enough for the family. So decreased fertility and decreased mortality that will lead to the aging. Okay, here look at that slide. Aging caused by higher life expectancy. Okay, lower fertility rate. Okay, shift from acute to the chronic diseases. Definitely older population, they will get the chronic diseases, and that will also aging affect on the socio-economic gap. Okay, so I think, are you getting my point? Aging because of the higher life expectancy and because of the lower fertility rate, that will affect on the acute disease. Acute disease, these are the different diseases compared to the chronic. Acute disease means infectious diseases. So burden of the chronic diseases, diabetes, arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis will be increased in aging in older population. Okay, so moving on another point. Now the health problems of aged. You know, what are the health problems are encountered by the older people? Okay, the first health problem, health problems due to the aging process are the physical changes take place during the old age. So the health problem related to the aging process are the physical things. Number second, problem associated with the long-term illnesses. Long-term illnesses means chronic diseases, psychological problems. Definitely, these are occurring during the old age. Social problems, yes, social problems also. So let us discuss one by one. Briefly, what are the health problems due to the aging process, and problems associated with the long-term illnesses, and psychological problems and the social problems. So let us discuss one by one. Okay, so the health problem associated with the aging process are the physical part. Okay, so senile cataract, older people may suffer from the senile cataract, glaucoma. These are the health conditions which are occurring in old age because of the aging process or the physical changes. Smell loss, taste loss, vulnerable to the illnesses, osteoporosis affecting mobility, changes in the mental outlook, and emphysema. So this is the lung disease. So now you can see the senile cataract that is the most common in older people, because of the cataract, that is, the physiological changes, physical changes take place after the age of the 60 years. So everyone, is having the senile cataract, and second number disease is the glaucoma. So these are the health conditions, health problems occurring because of the aging process or the physical changes. Osteoporosis, yes, because of the decalcification, osteoporosis occurring in older age because of the decalcification, loss of the calcium and the vitamin D, vulnerable to the illnesses. Vulnerable to illnesses means corona now. So infectious diseases because they are vulnerable to illnesses because of the low immune system. Nerve deafness, काफी जो older people होते हैं, they cannot hear you. I think if you look at around your families, if you have, the father, grandmother, maybe then you can observe. So these kind of health problems are occurring in older population. Okay, moving on another slide. Okay, this slide, this is related to the aging process. I want to show you, this is the one case. So now we have two types of the ages. One is a chronological age, another is a biological age. Okay, so the following female is celebrating 60-year birthday today, and her biological age is 45 years. Why difference in biological age and the chronological age? Okay, so she's celebrating the 60 years birthday today, but her biological age is 45 years. So why this is a difference? So what does it mean? Okay, so the definition of the chronological age is, it means we are counting the number of the years, number of the birthday, so the 60 years. Okay, so the actual age of the person, the age that is listed in your passport, based on your numbers, NIC. Okay, so how old are you? Sometimes someone will ask, and we say, okay, 60 years old, 50 years old. But okay, what about the biological age? Okay, 60 years chronological age and the 45 years of biological age. Biological age means it is the age of our cells. It tells real, depending on how the aging process has affected us. So the biological age means the age of the cells. एक्चुअली कभी कभार ऐसा नहीं होता, हमें फील होता है कि यार ये तो इसकी तो 60 साल उम्र है, पर ये लगता 50 का या 45 का है. So he looks, Arya, she looks so young, but her age is a 60 years. Arya more, age, but he looks very younger. तो ये जो होता है, हमें फील होता है younger age, ये this is the biological age. Actually, the biological age that is, based on the different factors. For example, depend on your lifestyle, behavior, lifestyle factors. For example, if you are maintaining your diet, if you are doing the exercise, if you are not smoking, if you are not taking alcohol. So lifestyle, if you are taking the positive lifestyle factors, so your biological age will be the reduced. कभी कभार ऐसा होता है ना कि एक जो यंग पीपल होता है, अगर वो फिजिकल एक्टिविटी नहीं करता, अगर वो डाइट प्रॉपर नहीं लेता, होता तो 25 साल का है, पर वो उसकी जो बायोलॉजिकल एज होती है ना, वो 30 या 35 साल की होती है. So this is the difference between the chronological age and the biological age. So now the actual age of the person is the biological age. So on internet you will find so many calculator, of the biological age. So you can calculate your biological age. But I want to tell you, the biological age is a more important. We need to take action. We need to take the note. Our lifestyle factors. अभी हमें थोड़ा असेस करना पड़ेगा कि हमारे लाइफस्टाइल फैक्टर्स कैसे हैं. सो वो एक्सरसाइज हम कर रहे हैं नहीं कर रहे हैं, डाइट में हम कौन सी डाइट ले रहे हैं, सेचुरेटेड फैट तो नहीं ले रहे हैं हम, तो आर वी टेकिंग फाइबर हम ले रहे हैं नहीं रहे हैं डाइट में, तो ये सारा रिलेटेड होगा लाइफस्टाइल फैक्टर के साथ. ओके, द सेकंड पॉइंट, द हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम लॉन्ग एसोसिएटेड विद द लॉन्ग टर्म इलनेसेस. एक्चुअली लॉन्ग टर्म इलनेसेस these are occurring after the age of the 40 years. Respiratory illnesses, degenerative disease of the heart and the blood vessel, the inner wall of the arteries, the damage, then the cholesterol will deposit, replaced by the calcium, and the clot will formation. So degenerative disease of the heart and the blood vessels, that is taking place after the age of the 40. Accident at the home. Okay, so the older people, they are prone for the accident, especially at the home, not outside. Common the fracture neck of the femur. This is common in the older people. So we need to take precautionary measures so that we can prevent that fracture at home for older population. Diabetes, okay, 75% of the cases of diabetes, type 2 diabetes after the age of the 50 years. Cancer, prostate cancer, common after the age of the 65 years. Before 65 years, other cancers are also common. Disease of the locomotor system. Locomotor system is, for example, we have the arthritis. The older people, they are getting the arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, myositis, fibromyositis. These are the conditions, that will affect on the muscular system of the body. So these are common in older age, especially after the 40 years of the age. Okay, so that slide is showing the leading causes of death in older people. Okay, cancer, because of the cancer, mortality occur in the old age, in pneumonia and the heart disease. So these are the leading causes of death in older age. Okay, now this is the third. So health problem associated with the aging process we had discussed. Second, the long-term illnesses, health problem associated with the long-term illnesses we had discussed. Now third point is a psychological problem or cognitive. Cognitive means thinking capacity. Okay, so the mental changes that took place, outlook of the older people, you can see rigidity of the face, sexual adjustment also that is happening, after the age of the 40, especially, the men also and the female also, they are experiencing the changes. Female, cannot reproduce the children after the age of the, especially, now the technology is advanced, but especially the chances will be the reduced after the age of the 40. Emotional disturbance that also took place because of the lack of the social activities. Okay, so this is a condition I want to tell you, Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease, that is also common in the older age population. It is a progressive, irreversible brain disorder characterized by the gradual impair of reasoning, language, and physical functioning. वो जो होती है ना थिंकिंग कैपेसिटी होती है एंड रीजनिंग की, आर्ग्यूमेंट की, दैट इज आल्सो डेक्लाइन. लैंग्वेज या फिजिकल फंक्शन इज आल्सो डेक्लाइन इन दिस कंडीशन. सो दीज आर द, दिस कंडीशन इज इंक्रीजिंग डे बाय डे. Okay, now the fourth, the problem, that is the last one problem associated with the older population, social problems. Okay, because of their declining health, limited mobility, because of osteoporosis, arthritis, because of the ill health, tendency to withdraw from the society. So because of these conditions, they are not participating in the social activities. This is the one reason. Sometimes society also don't accept the older people. Okay, spending most of their time looking back, reflecting on what they have made out their lives. So no, they are looking in the past. They are sitting in the homes, okay, and they are thinking that what is the outcome of the life. What they got in the life, because now life is going to end. Okay, now look at that picture. My son is busy with work. My grandson is in a school. Who can I chat with? So the older people sitting in front of the mirror and thinking, definitely now, you know current world, there is a lot of the competition. Grandson supposed to go to the school, definitely without going to the school he cannot move forward in the society, he cannot compete. Son also supposed to compete, he will do the job for earning the family. So this is a real case. If you look around your family, you will find this is happening. Okay, none of my three sons have a place for me in their homes. ओके, अभी जो माँ बाप ने बच्चों को तो बड़ा कर दिया, अभी उनकी अपनी फैमिली हो गई, बट एक्चुअली दे डोंट हैव इनफ रूम और द स्पेस फॉर देयर पेरेंट्स कि उनको लुक आफ्टर कर सकें. So this is the observation complaining. That is the reason why the older people in the Western countries, they are moving into the old age homes. Or this trend is also developing in Pakistan. Okay, here you can see this is a 78-year-old. This is a expression, emotions of 78-year-old person. Okay, now this is related about the social aspect. There are certain social theories of the aging: disengagement, activity, social breakdown, and the reconstruction. Okay, so the social part related to the older age. So there are three theories: disengagement, एक engage होता है, ये disengagement होता है, ठीक है? Disengagement from the society. This is related to the older people, social part. Activity, social breakdown, and the reconstruction. Okay, little bit briefly, let us understand what are these theories of aging. Okay, so disengagement theory. As older adults slow down, they gradually withdraw from the society. Okay, disengagement is a mutual activity in which the elderly not only disengage in the society, but the society disengages from the older adult. Definitely because of the health issues, because of the not having so much energy, people withdraw from the society, and society also not taking interest in the people. Okay, moving on another slide. This theory, this is the activity theory. Okay, this theory argued that the more active and involved the elderly care, the more likely that they are satisfied with their lives. It is therefore important to find substitute activities for them after their retirement. Okay, so this is activity theory. Okay, we are supposed to have alternative option when the person is retiring. So वो ज़्यादा अगर busy रहेगा, काम करेगा तो वो satisfy रहेगा. हमारे पास काफ़ी जो लोग होते हैं actually for the earning purpose, they are doing the work after the retirement. But जो काफ़ी लोग हमारे पास होते हैं after the age of retirement, they are not doing such activities for earning purpose, but they are saying यार कि time अच्छा गुजर जाए, अभी घर में अकेले बैठे हैं बच्चे, एक्चुअली दे आर बिजी इन अदर एक्टिविटीज, सो व्हाट शुड आई डू, सो दे आर डूइंग टू कीप बिजी देमसेल्व्स. तो ये एक्टिविटी थ्योरी. अनदर थ्योरी है, okay, this is the third theory, social breakdown theory, state that inadequate provision of support services and funds, this is by the government or the person, older people, negative views of the society, elderly skills decreasing, elderly label self as incompetent. Actually, this is the views. For example, if older people, they don't have the support service or the funds and the negative view of the society, that will affect the elderly skills. Actually, we are not utilizing the services of the older people. So they will be labeled incompetent. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इसको हम चेंज करते हैं सोशल रिकंस्ट्रक्शन थ्योरी. अगर उसमें रिकंस्ट्रक्शन में आ जाते हैं, अगर सोसाइटी व्यूज एल्डरली एज कॉम्पिटेंट इंपॉर्टेंट, अगर सोसाइटी उसको देखेगी कि भाई ये कॉम्पिटेंट है और इम्पोर्टेंट है, इसमें से हमें कुछ फायदा लेना चाहिए जो ओल्डर पीपल हैं, सोसाइटी डेवलप पॉजिटिव लेबल फॉर द एल्डरली. Okay, so the positive view attitude from the society. Society provides support system, family support, housing, health services, economy, nutrition, social service. Elderly skills improve. Elderly label self as a competent. So if the society view, and along with the society view, changing on the society view, we are providing the family support, healthcare, and other system. Then elderly, skills will improve, and they will label as a competent, and they are useful for the society also. Okay, this was about the social aspect of the older people, huh? Disengagement theory, activity theory, and the third one is social breakdown and the reconstruction. सो दिस इज हैपनिंग इन द पाकिस्तानी सोसाइटी आल्सो. अगर आप इसको देखेंगे सोशली, ये तीनों थ्योरीज अप्लाई होती हैं पाकिस्तान में, द डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज. ओके, नाउ मूविंग ऑन अनदर टॉपिक, द पॉइंट, द इश्यूज फेसिंग द एल्डरली. कौन कौन से इश्यूज, व्हाट आर टाइप काइंड ऑफ इश्यूज फेसिंग द एल्डरली. ओके, अब्यूज, issue faced by the elderly people, abuse, okay, loneliness, poverty, discrimination in the health. Okay, so these are the five major issues faced by the elderly people. Abuse, okay, that is also, occurring in the home, and, in the nursing home. It can happen in the family and the nursing home. It could be physical or psychological, like verbal abuse, when they are named, called, threatened to take an advantage because of their memory problem. So this is abuse. Okay, one form is a neglect, when people who are supposed to care for them ignore their needs and concern. For example, there is a verbal abuse, and another is a neglect. If you are neglecting their needs and the concern of the older people, entirely you are, abusing also. So this is a common practice in different societies. Abuse. Okay, so elder abuse, especially the most likely victim of elderly abuse is female of very advanced age, role less in the family. अगर ये होते हैं ना, काफी जो ओल्डर एज पीपल होते हैं, अगर उनके पास प्रॉपर्टी नहीं होते, पैसे नहीं होते, तो वो उनको चिल्ड्रन डिफरेंट तरीके से ट्रीट करते हैं. इफ द फादर, मदर और द ग्रैंडफादर इज हैविंग इनफ मनी, इनफ प्रॉपर्टी, जो चिल्ड्रन होते हैं वो उनको डिफरेंट तरीके से ट्रीट करते हैं. तो role less in the family, functionally impaired or the lonely. तो वो चिल्ड्रन जो बिहेव करते हैं डिफरेंटली बिकॉज ऑफ देयर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स और पेरेंट्स हैविंग इनफ मनी. तो एक ग्रीड होती है, लालच होती है कि यार ये जाहिर है आफ्टर हिज डेथ आई विल गेट ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. तो वो बच्चे थोड़ा फिर ख्याल रखते हैं पैसों की वजह से. अगर पैसे नहीं होते हैं और वो एक बूढ़ा लोग होता है, क्योंकि वो मेमोरी भी इम्पेयर्ड होती है, फंक्शनली older people cannot work more, so they are dependent on the children. So very difficult time for them if they don't have the money, they don't have any other thing. So children, जो उनका रवैया होता है बच्चों का, वो ऐसा ही होता है. अगर पैसे होते हैं तो उनका ख्याल रखते हैं, अगर पैसे नहीं होते तो बच्चों जो बच्चे होते हैं वो माँ बाप का इतना ख्याल नहीं रखते. अच्छा, another issue, loneliness, डेथ ऑफ हस्बैंड, वाइफ एंड मेनी फ्रेंड्स. सेम एज ग्रुप में डेथ हो जाती है किसी वाइफ की या उसकी हस्बैंड की, so they feel lonely. Many friends also, death. Children are busy with the work, grandchildren in the school. So loneliness lead to the depression. They feel alone and unproductive. So this is also issue faced by the older people. Poverty, definitely, after the age of the retirement, the government is not paying the pension to the older people. हमारे पास काफी businessmen होते हैं जो government में job करते हैं, उनको तो pension मिल जाती है. But what about those who are doing the business? उनको क्योंकि नीड्स होती है ना, मेडिकल नीड के लिए पैसे चाहिए, कुछ सोशली दे सपोज टू गेट द मनी, unable to earn and don't have money, so may receive retirement pension but may not also enough because of their medical needs. Discrimination also, that is common in developing countries. Job discrimination, employers prefer younger applicant because the person who is hiring the employees, they prefer the younger people as compared to the older people, because older people, they are not more productive, they are not more efficient as compared to the younger people. Inexperienced worker have cheaper salaries. Employers believe that elder could only stay in the work for a short time because of their declining physical condition. So discrimination, job discrimination. Okay, so we have another type of discrimination faced by the elderly people, social discrimination. What is the social discrimination? May be excluded from family or the community services because they are seen as incapable. Okay, so the medical discrimination, some doctors, अच्छा अभी ये देखें, that is also related to the medical, discrimination. जो डॉक्टर्स होते हैं ना, कुछ डॉक्टर्स क्या करते हैं, दे आर ट्रीटिंग वेरी केयरलेसली टू द ओल्डर पीपल. वो सोचते हैं कि यार ये तो अभी ओल्डर पीपल है, इसको हम क्या अभी प्रॉपर ट्रीट करें, एज कम्पेयर टू होते हैं ना यार ओल्डर पीपल है, तो उसको अटेंशन इतना नहीं देते क्योंकि अभी ये तो जाने वाला है, क्योंकि इसकी तो उम्र पूरी हो गई है. सो व्हाई वी नीड टू वेस्ट मोर टाइम on the older people. So some doctors, not all doctors, they are thinking like this when they are treating the elderly people. Okay, health, diminished sensory and motor capabilities, tendency to acquire virus illnesses. Okay, these are the cancer, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease when someone will become older. Okay, this is the quiz. Achha, does healthcare service for elderly are provided by the government of Pakistan? Yes or no? The answer would be no. There is no any specific, geriatric clinics or the healthcare services specifically provided to the older people. वही हमारे पास हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम है, वन हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम है, जो हमारे पास BHUs हैं, RSCs हैं या टर्शियरी केयर हॉस्पिटल है. So they have no other specific geriatric clinics. So answer would be no. Does healthcare service for elderly are provided by non-government organization? Answer is a yes. Few organizations, they are working for the older people. They are providing the shelter also. ED Foundation also, they are providing the shelter, homes to the older people. The especially जो बच्चे अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते अपने पेरेंट्स को, तो वो वहाँ पे उनको जमा वो जाते हैं, वहाँ पे छोड़ के आ जाते हैं. ठीक है. So इस तरह की कुछ facilities हैं. So few NGOs working on that. Can we send our older people to the old folks homes for better services? Okay, actually this question, okay, that is question nowadays is arising. In Western societies, we have the old age homes, but in Pakistan and developing countries, now the old age homes are opening. Sakkar, Karachi, and Islamabad, they have the old age homes. So this is a food for thought. So should we send older people to them? Because for example, if people are thinking, if we are sending the older people there, they can socially engage with the same age group, healthy, each and everything they will get on the old age homes. So now they are saying this is a multi-service center, but again depend on the family. So this is the food for thought. So there are 2, 3 school of thoughts are running. So people are thinking differently. Okay, services providing in the Western countries for the older people. Okay, so in Pakistan, no. In developed countries, yes. So they are providing, national assistance, some amount money to the older people, supplementary pension, home services, home care services. Hello, हाँ, right? बस आने 2 मिनट लगा था, 2 मिनट. Okay, so now I'm going to finish the class. Okay, these are the services provided by the Western countries to the older people. Okay, lifestyle and healthy aging. Okay, that one now we need to prevent, and control the health conditions. So there are 3 levels of prevention: primary prevention, secondary, and the tertiary prevention. Okay, so these are the primary prevention. How we can prevent? Okay, so this is related to the habit of the life, harmful lifestyle factors. For example, if someone is not taking proper diet, then he will suffer from the different diseases. Inadequate nutrition and diet, addiction to the smoking, lack of exercise, inadequate sleep, overweight and obesity, lack of social activities, addiction to the alcohol. So these are the harmful lifestyle factors. So we need to take the positive lifestyle factors: proper nutrition, no smoking, we should do the exercise, adequate sleep, we need to take the adequate sleep, we control the weight, and we should be socialized. So This is how we can, prevent the diseases. If we will start now, then we can reduce the burden at the age of the 60 years or the 65 years. Secondary prevention, definitely this is, this is also primary prevention. We supposed to do the vaccination to the older people, tetanus, pneumococcal influenza, osteoporosis prevention, injury prevention also, this is, that has come under the category of primary prevention. Okay, secondary prevention, that we can do the screening, for the different diseases, dental problem, hypertension, diabetes, after the age of the 40 years especially. So the primary prevention, secondary prevention, and we have the tertiary prevention. That is, that you should know the rehabilitation. So in rehabilitation, we need to focus on functional abilities, physical deficit, cognitive deficit. Okay, intervention, the rehabilitation, that one, you can read it from the K Park also. Hard intervention, we have the soft intervention. Okay, supporting the caregiver. Okay, this one, pictures I want to show you. So many people at the age of the 73, 76, they are young, they are doing so many activities. Okay, singers, old people. Okay, she's 92 years old, but still, this is the super athlete. Still, she's healthy. Okay, this is a super, model, oldest model, 83-year-old. It means because of, the biological age, their biological age is more. Okay, so many, celebrities, older people, still, they are working, so they are maintaining their positive lifestyle factors. Okay, this is a OSPI sample. Okay, 2 minutes more. I want to give you the sample. Okay, these are the questions. Write down 5 intervention for improving quality of life of the older person. This is the OSPI sample. Sometimes we ask in the exam. Question number 2, mention issues faced by the elderly people. Okay, ये दो क्वेश्चंस हैं OSPI में. इसके जवाब क्या होंगे? ओके, पहले का जवाब ये होगा कि पहले का सवाल ये था कि राइट डाउन 5 intervention फॉर इम्प्रूविंग क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ ऑफ द ओल्डर पर्सन. Okay, for improving the quality of the life of the older people, financial security, healthcare, nutrition, shelter, welfare protection of the life, property of the older citizen, self-help group, and association of the older people. Okay, ये दूसरा जो क्वेश्चन था, mention issues faced by the elderly people, abuse, health, loneliness, discrimination, and poverty. These are issues by the faced by the older people. Okay, these are the BCQs. For elderly people, the greatest consideration when deciding to retire, the correct answer would be the financial consideration. Okay, for elderly people, the greatest consideration when deciding to retire, this is the financial consideration is a correct answer. How many days a week should older adult engage in musculoskeletal strengthening exercise? How long? The correct answer would be the 5 days a week for 30 minutes. Okay, which demographic is the most likely to be involved in neck of the femur fracture accident? I told you elder people may suffer from fracture neck of the femur. The correct answer will be 65 years old male. Okay, when is the best time of the day to do patient education with older adult? Morning time. That is the best time to do the patient education. When communicating with an elder, the best volume and pitch with which to speak is normal volume, low pitch. So correct answer would be the normal volume and the low pitch. जैसे हम communicate करते हैं ना अपने parents के साथ या older people के साथ. Okay, the best thing to do if you suspect an elder is a victim of some form of the elder abuse. तो हमारे पास वैसी कोई एजेंसी नहीं है जिसपे हम कंप्लेंट करें, और ये बाय लोगों में होती है. कॉन्टेक्ट एडल्ट प्रोटेक्टिव सर्विसेज. दिस इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Okay, thank you so much. If you have the question and answer, then you can WhatsApp me. Then I will answer you on the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you. That's all for today. Right? Hello? हाँ तो पूरा चीज़